Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. You can tell that by me standing in front of the camera, I gotta make this kind of a talking video. And it's a favor I have to ask, and it's really to keep from having any misunderstandings. Whether it's my place here at the Horde or somebody else's place, you may know me fairly well from YouTube or some of the other folks from YouTube fairly well. But please do not come to our homes unannounced. It leads to trouble. If you show up unannounced, I might not be here, and I might have somebody watching the place who I give instructions to, and their reaction might not be all that friendly, which obviously brings about a misunderstanding. Theoretically, you know me from YouTube, but if I'm not expecting you, I'm not going to tell whoever's watching my place to expect you, and the response could be pretty difficult. Especially with some of my neighbors. I don't go away often, but when I do go away, um, I have neighbors on both sides of me who are very security minded, and they actually monitor the traffic, the license plates going up and down the road. Um, and when I go away, a lot of times I'll leave them in charge of this place. So if they hear any noise back here, you know what I mean. They're gonna check, and they're very quickly going to report a license plate, which once again could bring about all kinds of misunderstanding. So once again, please do not come to my place, the Horde here, or anybody else's place on YouTube unless they're expecting you. Once again, it could bring about a lot of misunderstandings. There's nothing scarier than looking at your security camera and seeing people you don't know walking about, whether it's right up against the house or some of the other woods cams that are really meant to monitor animals, but every once in a while they see people on them. So if please, I need to know, and anybody else you go to visit from YouTube need to know that you're coming. And please realize, even if we're out in the public, you may know me because you see me on YouTube, right? You're looking at me now. But as I look back at that camera, I cannot see you. So, if you come up to me, make it kind of gentle. Don't tackle me, hey Harvey, and tackle me, because I'm not going to know who you are. And once again, depending on who I'm with, even though I'm tackled, their response may be interesting. So really, please, no misunderstandings. Let us all communicate. Some of you know my address, physical address, because from years and years ago, before I got the P.O. box and everything else, I wasn't quite as careful. Now that the channel has built as it is, I find that I have to be a little more security minded, and I am. There are, I'm not going to go through all kinds of details, but there are quite a few security measures that I take routinely. But please, if you do know where I physically am located at the current moment, please, I trusted you with that information. And just as I have your information, please know that I can't give it out without whoever owns that information's permission. If somebody calls me up and asks me, "Oh, do you have so and so's phone number?" I'm pretty careful about that. Unless I know the relationship between you and so, I can't give out that phone number or address or any of that other information. I mean, a lot of us YouTubers do know each other, and you realize that as you're kind of getting to know someone, that there's a friendship, but there's also a little bit of a distance, and that distance is once again to maintain privacy, right? You do not, whether you're on YouTube or you take some welding class, or you take a bartender class, or you hook up with a few people and climb Mount Everest. There's always some privacy that you try to maintain in your life, and it's important to respect that. My privacy to you and your privacy back to me. About answering emails and questions, I really do my best, and some of the questions I have to admit are really good, and they do stump me for a little while, but they happen to be a topic that I'm also interested in, so it takes me a while to reply, and sometimes it takes me so long that the question gets buried and I just can't get back to it, so do ask it again. But some of the questions I'm asked do kind of make me think. If anybody knows the answer to a question, please, if one of my subscribers or anybody asks a question, anybody, do feel free to answer it. If you answer it, I mean, normally the people who answer the questions answer them very, very well. So you might not see anything, or yeah, what so and so said, or something quick like that. Or I might add another couple of comments to it. Not that there's anything wrong with your answer, but sometimes I don't have a spark after I took my quad swimming. What should I do? Well, check your grounds. That's a very good thing to do. Change your spark plug. Maybe it got wet. That's a good thing to do. And there's like maybe another half a dozen things to do. So you might mention a few of them, and I might just add to your list, because not that there was anything wrong with your list, but there's another few possibilities. I just felt it important to make this video because of a couple of things that have come to my attention, both here at my place and with friends who have channels. So I just wanted to make sure that we're all kind of in the same place, right? We don't need misunderstandings, right? I don't. You happen to be in town for whatever reason, you've tried to communicate with me, but perhaps I've been on the road and, I'm responding to comments sporadically because I'm at my son's place, either one of them, or, I'm visiting relatives, or I'm on vacation, or wherever the heck I am. Maybe I might even be at one of your places picking up a quad or something. So perhaps I'm not answering, but you happen to be in my locality and you're never by and all. We didn't touch base, but you happen to figure out where I am. There's nothing worse than somebody showing up with perhaps New Mexico license plates to a driveway in New York, and the cops are called because my neighbors have been told, don't. I don't expect anybody by the property. And perhaps you might even be picking up motorcycles on your way up to New York, and you're going to take them back to New Mexico with you. Well, that's lost forever. When my neighbors call the cops on you and they find you sitting in my driveway with a load of motorcycles, New Mexico plates, and I'm contacted, and did you expect somebody from New Mexico, to pick up motorcycles at your place? I'd be going, no. Now, you're sitting in a jail cell in Orange County, New York, Dutchess County, New York, Columbia County, New York, waiting for me to come home to sort it out that, no, those bikes he had on his truck are not mine, they're his, right? But meanwhile, of course, the cops are going to run all those numbers and everything else. So please, if you're coming here, I need to know. We need to prearrange it. We need to set a schedule. We need to know when, and we need to prearrange it. Please, no drop-ins. And once again, for other people also, I happen to be on day shift, but maybe my wife works night shift. She doesn't. She teaches piano, but maybe she didn't sleep well last night and she's sleeping. And if you're banging on the door looking for old Harvey because you're not expected, she's going to be cranky when you wake her up, right? I mean, you know, just be polite. I'm sure we all have a relative out there who just, you know, comes over any time of the day and night, and, you know, hi, I'm here, feed me, you know, and all that other stuff. And you realize how fussy it could make you. So, you know, it's the same thing. If people aren't expected, you know, when you see me, I may not be at my best, or if you don't see me, whoever finds you might not be helpful. It could create quite the misunderstanding. Anyway, I'm sorry to have to make this video, but once again, a few things have come to my attention here, and you know, some of us with other channels do chat, and, you know, some of their problems have come to my attention. So once again, so there are no misunderstandings, let's make sure we know what each other's up to. I want to thank everybody for watching this. Please remember, feet down, heads up, get out and enjoy each and every day. Hopefully you like this video. If not, you know what to do. Take care now. Bye.